my dear brother and sisters. Today my podcast will be again on Kalpana Chawla, who was an American astronaut, and she was first woman Indian origin, about which I have detail told in previous podcast. Today's podcast will be mainly based on the topic after the tragic disaster of Columbia and death of Kalpana Chawla. On dated 1st February 2003, after the disaster of Columbia, Kalpana Chawla and other 6 number crews died on that day. But I want to speak that after some minutes, the crews were to land at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. For that tragic incident, the whole world was stunned, and after rigorous investigation, NASA concluded that tragedy was caused by technical and organizational failure. Anyhow, the detail of reason of failure is a highly technical subject, but NASA was also very much shocked for the Columbia disaster, and all the programs of NASA were stopped for more than 2 years. This was a very critical time for NASA, as after that incident, all the projects were kept on hold and very deep technical research were conducted for the reason of failure, and a lot of risk assessment program were included in space program. A lot of honors and recognition were given by USA to all the crew members who died in the Columbia disaster. I will first mention the honor given by United States of America to Kalpana Chawla. Number 1, a museum remembering Columbia was set up in Hemphill, Texas, to honor the crew members who lost their lives. The families of the crew members contributed several personal items of the deceased to be placed on permanent display. Number 2, NASA has dedicated a supercomputer in the name of Kalpana Chawla. 3, 74th Street Road in the Little India, New York City has been renamed as Kalpana Chawla Street. Number 4, the University of Texas at Arlington, where Kalpana Chawla obtained Master of Science degree in 1984, opened dormitory named Kalpana Chawla Hall in 2004. In addition to that, the university dedicated the Kalpana Chawla Memorial on 3rd May 2010 in Netherman Hall, one of the main buildings in the College of Engineering. Kalpana Chawla Scholarship Fund was funded by alumni of the International Space University in 2010 to support Indian women's participation in International Space Education Program. Number 6, the Kalpana Chawla Memorial Scholarship Program was instituted by the Indian Students Association at the University of Texas, USA in 2005 for meritorious students. These are some important international honors and recognition given to Kalpana Chawla. I want to speak you what are the qualities and achievements Kalpana Chawla had in United States of America. Really, all Indians are proud of Kalpana, but our luck is bad as we lost Kalpana. Then I will speak some real facts about Kalpana which is not known to many people. After 17 years later of Columbia disaster, her father Banarasi Lal Chawla says, "I am proud of Mantu." That means Kalpana, her nickname. On Women's Day, Chawla added that his daughter had an indomitable spirit and his father remembers his iconic daughter. These were so many examples from her life when she showed humanity that we rarely found. Even the incidences were not known to his father also. He remembers once incident when a computer engineer from Nigeria called him after Kalpana's demise. Again, one day, Chawla got another call, and this time engineer had landed in Delhi. After taking down Chawla's address, he came down 125 kilometers to meet him. That engineer began the story by telling me that he had first met Kalpana when she had visited his university in the USA to give a lecture. He was in touch with Kalpana, and when he faced a difficult financial situation, Kalpana made him give some good advice on career. She also sent monthly money to him from her own bank account. Thanks to her, and he has graduated and became successful computer engineer and cried like a child in front of her father. In this way, there are so many examples from her life where she exhibited a humanity that we rarely find. His father is now more than 86-year-old, recalls the day when he was throwing the ashes of daughters in the hills of Zion National Park in USA as per her wish. Unexpectedly, he saw an American woman crying uncontrollably for the death of Kalpana. I want to speak here that such was the love people had for Kalpana. Her father was crying and said Kalpana was just not my daughter, she was daughter of all Indians and all Americans. Chawla also recalled the time after the Columbia disaster when at that time US President George W. Bush invited him to the White House. I went through corridor of White House and just walked speedily without any security around him. And when I reached President's office and stood at the door, President Bush himself opened the door and welcomed me in. He had my arms and said, "Dad, please come inside." Tears rolled down my eyes, and President Bush also started weeping and told me US missed Kalpana as much as India missed. There are so many stories remembered by his father, all which cannot be described here. But I want to speak one thing, that during my podcast, tears came to my eyes also. Really, very, very pathetic incident. Lastly, I will tell the award and recognition given by Indian government. Number 1, on February 5, 2003, at that time, Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee announced that meteorological series of satellites was to renamed Kalpana 1. The first satellite was launched by India on September 12, 2002, was renamed Kalpana 1. Number 2, in her honor, a street was named Kalpana Chawla Street in Rayon Nagar, a village in Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Number 3, the Kalpana Chawla Award was instituted by the government of Karnataka in 2004 to recognize the young women scientist. Number 4, the girls' hostel at Punjab Engineering College, named as Kalpana Chawla Hostel, also an amount of 25,000 rupees, a medal and a certificate is awarded for the best student in the aeronautical engineering department. Number 5, Government of Haryana established the Kalpana Chawla Planetarium. Number 6, IIT Kharagpur named Kalpana Chawla Space Technology Cell in her honor. Number 7, Delhi Technological University named Girls Hostel in the name of Kalpana Chawla. Number 8, Kalpana Chawla Government Medical College is established in Haryana. Number 9, the National Institute of Technology Kurukshetra and National Institute of Bhopal named a girls' hostel in the name of Kalpana Chawla Bhavan. Today also we remember Kalpana Chawla, the first Indian American woman astronaut who lost their lives in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. Her journey from a small town in India to space shows that through hard work and determination there are no limit to success. In subsequent podcast, I will give more content for the women empowerment achiever in our country. If you like this podcast, follow me on Spotify. If you are watching my podcast on YouTube, please like, share and comment. Also don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.